We're looking at that instability through Tuesday evening, pushing towards southwestern Ontario. So we're going to use some of that instability and a deep upper trough over the Great Lakes Basin to fuel some of these thunderstorms, which may give you an early wake-up call early Wednesday morning. Anywhere around through the heart of southern Ontario can expect some morning rounds of thunderstorms. Then we're in the warm sector through most of the day, and then strong thunderstorms will likely approach stateside from Michigan, watching Lake Huron, up to Bruce Peninsula and Georgian Bay. That seems to be the focus as we approach that dinner hour for the strongest thunderstorms, but they'll continue to push towards the east as we go past sunset. Strong damaging winds, torrential downpours, even some hail. One or two tornadoes cannot be ruled out. Extreme southwestern Ontario, and you'll see some of these wind gusts approach 90 to 100 kilometers an hour right in the heart of some of the strongest thunderstorms through the extreme southwest portion of the province. Now, in terms of our risk map, it'll continue to evolve on Wednesday. There's our main hazards and really pushing the extreme southwestern Ontario. Don't see a significant risk for the GTA at this point. We'll keep an eye on it. The timing just seems a little bit off for robust, severe thunderstorms. But there may be the chance of another light show, not like last Tuesday, but if you look at the lightning parameters through Wednesday evening, they do light up across parts of the GTA into eastern Ontario through pre-dawn Thursday.
Hey folks, wow, got a lot of work done in the garage here. Well, you can see this camera's not very wide angle. Put some shelves in to put our stuff on. Did some cleaning up. We still got a lot to do, as you can see. Put this smaller shelf here. At some point, once the garbage is gone, I'll probably put it over here. That's what we planned on doing, was putting all the tools on this wall and all the equipment stuff at the back, and then all my scooter stuff on this wall. That's the plan. I got some hooks in the rafters, my trailer hanging up, and I was gonna put both bikes up there, but this bike here I kinda didn't really plan ahead. Put the hooks up, and I wasn't really considering the seat and the handlebars being higher. So, in order to get it up there, all that stuff up in the rafters, I had to push it up while lifting the bike, and it destroyed me. By the time I was finished that, I couldn't do anything else. And even today, this was yesterday when we did this, and I am so weak I can barely hold the camera up. I'm so weak today, it took everything I had to get that up there. So probably not gonna put my bike up there, and my bike's a little bit heavier, my seat sticks up higher, and all the junk up there. So I'm not exactly sure what we're doing. Zach and I were talking what he plans to do out here and what I plan to do out here. There's just so much. Or not really. We want to build a workbench. That's the other thing about moving that shelf. If we do build a workbench, because he wants one, and it would be nice to have one for, the bench base, so it's not as a secure base, I guess you could say. So that's one of the reasons why I want to move that shelf over here, and still probably end up putting it there. My bike and the snowblower. The old scooter will probably stay out here, but those two we might put in. I don't know if you can see it. The window might be too bright. Inside the house extension there. Cold room we call it, because it's not insulated and not heated. So we have a pickup here, and we still have use of it for another week. So I'll be doing another dump run finally get rid of all this junk. And once he cleans out that room, then we'll have room to put other stuff in there. So today I don't have any plans. I'm just going for a tour, hoping the monster doesn't break down, because it's not going to be fun trying to push it home, and especially if I have to go uphill. So I guess that's all I got for today. Wow, the camera's getting heavier here. Hopefully all goes well today. And I just need to get out and enjoy the weather, because we had some really nice temperatures today. It's supposed to be 28. It's only 25 at the moment, but we'll see. Sun's out fully. I don't see any clouds whatsoever, so be full strength sun. And go for a tour. Those of you with a keen eye notice I'm dressed differently than I was at the beginning. couple of reasons I chose not to use the video from that day, so I'm using the next day. And this day happens to be 34 degrees, which is 93 degrees Fahrenheit, and new record for this year, hottest day so far. And it's still spring, not summer yet. So, taking a break here, taking my shirt off. It's pretty hot today. I'm enjoying it. So we got Tropical Storm Cristobal, or Cristobal as I call it, heading towards us. And if you remember June 2017, 3 years ago, when Tropical Storm Cindy meandered through, it ended up being a 100-year storm. We had some pretty good flooding from it, so I'm not sure what to expect from this one. We do have warnings and possible tornado threats with it, so I have to wait and see what happens. But it's already affecting us. So about 3 o'clock in the morning we can get a storm from it, but it was nothing major. I did get a little bit breezy at times, but for the most part it wasn't too bad. The real threat would come the next day. The winds that came with the overnight storms just kind of stayed with us, and it was quite breezy all day. And it was 30 degrees in the afternoon, which is 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And of course all the watches and warnings were in place. At least these will be daytime storms. It won't be happening at night. I'm keeping watch on things. Widespread severe weather to bring damaging winds, hail, torrential rain, and a tornado risk to southern Ontario. So, keeping an eye on it. It's still 30 degrees. And around 5 o'clock, all our storm watches were becoming warnings. And as I'm watching the storms come in, oh, that looks kind of scary. It doesn't look good at all. And once the storms finally started hitting us, it wasn't too bad. It was still pretty windy, but it wasn't really, in our area anyways, it wasn't too bad until about 7 o'clock, and the wind picked up again, and we lost power. So I get, that's not a good sign. So I looked at the outage map, the Hydro 1 outage map, and there's a lot of power outages around us. A lot of them.
Attention North Huron Fire Blythe Station, North Huron Fire Blythe Station, please respond. 82562 Albora Line, Hullett Township, that's between Hullett, McKillop Line, and Blythe Road. 82562 Albora Line, for a line down across the laneway there, possibly a hydro line. There are smoke and flames coming from the line at the end of the laneway. Time of second page is 1807 on June 10th.
Fire dispatch, North Huron Car 2.
Car 2, go ahead.
Page acknowledged for Blythe Station.
Under that Car 2, page acknowledged, time now 1807.
Fire dispatch, Car 3.
Car 3, go ahead.
Dispatch, can you give me that 911 number again? I'm on Arboro Line and I've yet to find anything.
Under that fire number 82562 Albora Line, 82562.
Confirm that, dispatch. Car 3 is on scene. We do have power lines down. We do have arcing on the ground.
Roger that. Car 3, you're on scene. There is a power line down, arcing on the ground, 1808.
And around 8:30, watching the storms again, and it seems to be intensifying, spreading, getting bigger. So it looks like it's going to be sticking around for a little while. In the end, we didn't get anything major here. Our power was off for about an hour and came back on and then went out again. And then came back on. So we didn't get anything major in our particular area. However, According to what I was looking at on Facebook, not far away, there may be some tornado damage. Yeah, tornado investigation. The Northern Tornadoes Project will be investigating 2 areas within the Huron-Perth region for possible tornadoes following the squall line on Wednesday. Does anyone know of any damage with pictures, videos of rotation, funnels, circulation in either of these regions? Belfast, Fortis, St. Helens, Donnybrook, Wingham region, unknown exact location, and the Brussels region around Brandon Road, possibly between Brussels Road and Mare Line. This is not very far away from us, folks. Then the next day, I see this on the Weather Network.
On June 10th, a line of storms swept across the Kincardine to Goderich area with powerful winds, rain, and lightning. As that line collapsed, it generated a mass of cold air that punched southwards into a second line of storms near London. That collision led to the burst of at least 2 tornadoes, one near Glencoe and the other near the small town of Belmont.
We knew the front was coming close, so we both went in the house to start closing windows, and all of a sudden, when I was upstairs, all of a sudden I hear a big banging and banging, and I thought, all of a sudden, what's going on? She said, look outside, and everything was gone.
Around 8:30, I was just coming home. I could see pieces of metal flying around in the air, so I got home as fast as I could, and as I pulled in the laneway, I saw my barn starting to fly apart.
All of a sudden, you get all this flying debris coming up and about. Pretty big objects starting to move more than they normally would.
The big line of thunderstorms coming through, it intersected an outflow boundary from the previous area of convection, and that intersection point is where everything happened, where all the business took place to generate this tornado. It's kind of a surprisingly long track for what looked like a fairly weak tornado on video. So you can see that what you see on video sometimes doesn't tell the whole story.
All these birds behind me here they're my pets. There's a lot of birds in a panic. There's a lot of injured birds around. So far, there's been about 12 fatalities for sure, and maybe more.
It was just a big thump. The whole house shook, and I was not too sure what was happening, but it seemed like it landed perfectly. If there's, any way to fell a tree, this is the perfect way to do it.
When we came up, the roof was missing from the barn, and had flown across the yard and was wedged up against some trees, and it's a real mess everywhere. Clean up. We're waiting for the insurance people to come and kind of decide how to go from there.
So it looks like we lucked out with this one. The way the weather's been, up and down, hot and cold, I'm pretty sure, we'll have another opportunity for disaster. It's still early. This seems the way things have been going. So that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching.